Well, hello everybody. I just got back from a trip on Canada's West Coast, aka the Best Coast. Okay, I might catch a little bit of ire from some of our viewers on that one, but that is a hill, my friends, I'm willing to die on. But what I'm more willing to do today is show you a bunch of really great products that I got to test while I was away. They are all new products that we're carrying from PGY Tech, and there's a whole host of camera accessories and backpacks. I'm just gonna show you one pack, but it's sort of in line with their design philosophy. Let's start with these camera accessories for action cameras. So the great thing about a lot of their products is that they have this sort of action camera quick release, and that's adaptable to many other devices like this tripod here, as well as they have that same sort of one with a 1/4-20, so you can adapt it to sort of not just action cameras, but a host of like small pocket lights, whatever you want to put on there. In addition to that, this is not quick release, but it's a great product that I loved using, which is what's called a Beetle clamp. You might be familiar with them for just regular cameras with Arca Swiss plates, and this is just going to latch to the strap of your backpack, or really a belt if you want, or wherever you think you can affix it. So I really loved using this. It's a great device. Then I'm going to show you just quickly here a new tripod from them. Looks like a standard tripod that is designed specifically for action cameras, or again, you could buy this device with the 1/4-20 and then place that in there, and so that can again affix to various products. But let's just put this guy in right now. So works like a simple tripod, great. Extends like a selfie stick, so then I can compress these arms in and I have everything that I need there. The one extra feature on here that I really, really love, that's kind of genius, and I haven't seen on any other sort of small tripod, or really any other tripod to be honest, is that there is a little latch hidden under this one leg. And that's gonna allow you to hook it on something and rig the tripod in sort of a horizontal position on something. So a very smart addition to this tripod that is quite useful actually. Moving on, one of the things that you might have used if you do use action cameras is a chest harness, and GoPro has a really nice chest harness that I actually quite like that fits very, very securely, but getting in and out is this whole acrobatic process. And what I love about this PGY Tech one is it looks a little odd. It's kind of like a neck chest harness thing, so it's got this like shapeable neck strap and a quick release on it. So I just put it around here, I clip this in, and I place this around me nice and snug. This is a little less comfortable around the neck than the traditional GoPro chest harness, because the chest harness on the GoPro doesn't really go around your neck, and it's a bit hard. It's not just like a soft flap, but I never really got sore with it. It never really annoyed me. So when you put it on, you're like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna be uncomfortable, and it never really got uncomfortable, which is great. When I put this on, number one, it's quick release, so it's on and off. Yes, the GoPro one is quick release as well, but the fact that this is adaptable to any other of their products is really great. It also, better than the GoPro, allows for a lot greater range of movement than the GoPro one does. So I can actually point this one kind of up to the sky if I wanted to. Additionally, what the GoPro can't do is I can take this out, and then I can just, because it's square, I can place this in any direction I want. So the side, and then I would have a vertical video if I so chose, if I wanted. So a lot of options. And then when I just want to take it off, that's the best part, because it's click, click, and it's off, versus that whole acrobatic procedure to get out of the GoPro one. So if I was to get a chest harness for an action camera, I would absolutely bypass the GoPro one and go to this one. I used both on my trip, and time again, I appreciated this one much, much more. Now let's move on to the accessories that are for your standard mirrorless or DSLR cameras. So I'm gonna start with this card holder. So it looks kind of like a gun handle almost, got a little carabiner on here for you to clip it to whatever you want. But then I just push this out, and inside I've got spots for 4 regular SD cards, and then for 6 micro SD cards, as well as this little pop out here for a USB-C, because it becomes a regular SD and a micro SD card reader. And it's in a very, very robust case. Next up is their Arca Swiss Beetle clamp, which I absolutely loved. I think it's probably, out of all the accessories, the accessory that I used every day the most and loved the most, so much so that I'm not giving this one back. I'm keeping this. So again, this will affix to any belt, whether it is your belt loop, backpack strap. I loved it and trusted it so much that I went down a very high speed mountain bike track with my friend in order to take some photos of him mountain biking. I just had it right on my backpack and I never worried about it falling off or rattling away. And I think that is just a really great example of how much you can actually trust these. Moving on to a strap that is on my camera here from PGY Tech. When you look at my particular setup here, you're gonna have to excuse it a little bit because I have it rigged for different kinds of straps that I do and I use with this camera. So there's just some homemade sort of webbing connection point that I have this strap attached to, but use your imagination. Basically, you've got a ball and hook sort of deal. Quick release is in, thumb to take it out. For the adjustment, it's just the simple tab that you pull and then you can adjust in any way that you want and it locks really, really tight. I have one more final accessory product to show you, and this one is designed for mirrorless or DSLR cameras, and it is another tripod that looks oddly similar to the action camera tripod. It's very, very similar, but it's different in a couple really key important ways. Number one is it doesn't have that selfie component because that's not typically how I'd use those. If you had a small little selfie style vlogging camera, you'd be better suited to just get this and then quarter 20 release plate, and that would be a much better choice. This one is really just designed to be robust enough for larger, heavier cameras. And so you can just have the tripod set up like this, but you can also have it lowered down like that so that it's super low profile. In addition to that, it does share one key component from the action camera tripod, and that is that little drop down latch that allows you to rig this horizontally. If you're using, for example, the Beetle clamp, you can just simply take your camera off of that and then place it in here. And it's got a lock that in, and that is very robust and then also easy to just manipulate and frame as you need to. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the camera off the table here to show you the backpack. And this is very much in line with the rest of their other backpacks. This one I have in particular is the OneMo 2, which is what I took out west with me, and I attached, the Beetle clips to here quite often and use that. But I'm gonna show you what's inside and sort of the general design idea. Like most camera backpacks, especially modern ones that have been made in the last few years, you're gonna see some design concepts that are pretty familiar. We see a lot of this as well in the Nanook designs in terms of their backpacks. So we've done a full review on the Nanook product line. You can go check that out on our channel, and you're gonna see some very similar things. So very robust mid handle here so that you can carry it sort of like a duffel or just grab it anywhere you want. The same sort of thing on the side if you wanna grab it that way. And then when we open it up, you will see the interior has these more rigid dividers, so it's still going to protect your products, but it's also going to be able to give you the ability to organize in a way that's much more secure and more adaptable. So you've got little flaps that come up and down, and you can configure this any way that you want. You're also going to notice that there is another bag or component inside here, and this actually comes with this bag. And what's inside is just, you kind of guessed it, is just a smaller sort of shoulder bag that you can place things like drones in or any sort of other miscellaneous products, especially if you're going somewhere where this might be your main travel bag with your main gear, but then you're doing a little smaller outing with just a small amount of gear. You can place it in here, and there's a shoulder strap with it as well. We also have a couple pockets that are dual access. So you open it here, and then that gives you access to the inside. So if you've got a lens or a camera in there that you can get access to. We've got some pockets on the inside for keys, cards, batteries, etc. We've got a 2-sleeve system here, one for a tablet and one for a laptop, secured with a shock cord. You have a theft-proof little slot here. By theft-proof, it's sort of theft deterrent. So what you do is you kind of fit that hole through, and so nobody can really open it up quickly and kind of swipe any products that are inside your bag. And lastly, I'm just going to show you really quick here. There is an expandable spot in the back of the bag or the front of the bag, depending on what you think is the front and what you think is the back. I open this up, and if I need a little bit more room, I've now got this expandable front, and I can open this up to just demonstrate what's inside. So it's a fully open flap, which gives you access to even more pockets. So that is it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more very interesting and insightful content just like this. For me, for now, I'm out. Peace.